Thank you for the presentation. So my questions is related to the one of the most fundamental theories of Buddhism, which is the emptiness and no willingness. I guess the Chinese translation is 无欲无求. My question is, so like we are all here at Cambridge. We all have our own motivation. We all have our own drive, and then we all have our own willingness to achieve. Do you think it's actually something that conflicts with the fundamental idea of like the emptiness and no willingness theory of the Buddhism? If you think so, like how should we deal with the conflict?
Campbell says there is no conflict at all.
Garame pi gimsan kare sena pernanga chu nanchu gur tongba yenze kita tani tata ga tani ngachu choa tonda nirwa tela zomba shimergo tela amgir mergo tela tani puksum mergo tenda zerche ka tonda zmare shirtong ga shinong ga chu tamchi ga ranjin htana wawe sona ter tongba nire zenre tate ngachu namba ba main bagande perna ngukum rikbawa ga inaya 다 ngachundi ngubo rere jindana taga tar dchen chame dabada tani pernande dari chashi shi kirong dan tani da rdr chame ka warda tansa tani ngukun ba wa ga yananda dar tonga dananda rangjin match bazu dokyore tinna ngachu ngubo damje rangjin match ba yennaga chomor go chega yo mare te snangtsra ra snangtsr ga wand shena ngachu sur gonare retana ngachun sorni chijing yu netsrnda chirezena tar tombare rjimata ver manam tavare te uni gore ma to zemane ya chi ta netsrna ya nan de martoni ranjin chanz chwa na ten norare ta yenna ya ngachu choa ga tani zonlen tamchet darjig tamchet khatsang da nantsra gyore te ngarwa pozam ya yo mare dansa chama ga ti tana de ngum shi ngong koren jo da pe mo yo.
The reason that I say that there is no conflict between the two is that when we speak of emptiness, we're really talking about the fundamental nature of phenomena. This is not a doctrine that claims we should not have goals in life, that we should not carry out particular tasks, that we should not strive towards things, that we should not be effortful. In actual fact, the fact that as Buddhists we regard the ultimate nature of phenomena to be empty is something that essentially describes the nature of phenomena. It's something that we need to have an understanding of, but at the same time, physicists would also describe the nature of phenomena in a similar way, insofar as they describe the various things that we conventionally designate with names as being comprised by molecules and atoms in a constant state of flux. So I feel that this is actually something that a lot of people have a misunderstanding of. They hear the word emptiness, etc., and think, oh, that means as a Buddhist I can't have goals, I shouldn't strive towards things, but in actual fact this isn't the case.
Okay, it should be 在的了喷身作罢休. Okay, so I was born in a Buddhism family and my mom is a Buddhist. So I say the mantra of the Omara Bhajanada for 1,000 times every day. So I actually earn a lot of help and benefit from it, and I think that's why I got in Cambridge. So I'm just wondering that as a teenager, how do you balance and arrange your time between saying the mantra and sit in the meditation and also doing your studies from books in the university? Like which one is more important? And thank you.
In fact, there are many people who have come to Cambridge who didn't recite the Manjushri mantra.
다 근데 실던 거 가서 뭐라는 소소요 tani chu drobna chu droftan ga yang roluk mambo yore tani choar chirna yang choar chirluk mambo yore tende nga chu mo zigin da paratana chi chama chigban re ena yang chi mo rang rang la pena nga chu bobala tze longwa re na chalig re la kar re ze longwa mandra longba mandra wa mambo na 그 뭐가 찰릭 문자나 가릭 문자와 뭐요래 대단 자와 장가 맞추 추름나야 베나 너 산지 바그나나야 드네 다 탁바 쳔보다나 드네 드네 다 로지가 탁바다 드네 뭐요래 드네 야 탁바다레 로지가 탁바나나야 잡아 초야 추르르 문자 뭐요래 대네나 다 추대 냠슬레나 초랑 간레 가나 저런 때나 된다 약보래 삼나 조 된다 치나야 약보 인제를 삼고요. 때 로자 로종다는 때니까 있나 네 때나 조 다라 로종 실고가 로종 신우 저도 때네 다가 양 알아봤던 거다네나 지금 초코는 말했더니 그래제 때 조도 그 곰자거로 곰자긴다 땅가 있나 그 조 총디 로종 시기도 조에 있더니 곰다는데 소야를 로 디즈 톤디 되네 곰자게 되네 칸돈 도진도 로야라 제다 야라 양 라브즈 야라 톤디 되네 칸돈 돈지나 따딱 조 로종 시기나 감으로
Campbell said to start with that, in this world there are many different ways of practicing the Dharma. Just as there are many different lifestyles, in fact. So in order to say that one size fits all, this really isn't how things work, even though, of course, yes, we're all humans, etc. In actual fact, we are all individuals. So really, in terms of what's best for you, I guess, in many ways, depends on really what you like the most out of those things. In general, though, as a young person, you're a young person, you're at school. From Campbell's point of view, probably the most important thing for you at the moment is your studies and your Dharma practice you should do on the side from that. From his point of view, usually meditation practice is something that people can, begin perhaps a little bit older than, at a somewhat slightly more older age. That's not a big deal. But probably where you are at the moment, you should put your studies as your first priority.
就是我想请教上师一个问题，这个问题可能也是比较个人，就是在生活中我们可能每个人都会遇到很多事情，然后遇到很多人，但是有些人可能会给你带来一些危害或者是伤害，然后我想知道就是应该采取怎么样一种心态？因为如果说是无限度的宽容，是不是其实对这个人也没帮助？然后我想知道，如果说是采取自我保护或者就是让这个人有比如说得到一些制裁或者怎么样的办法，是不是会给自己带来一些不好的果报或者是恶报？谢谢。
실동에 아주 배 그양 보시나 다 그양 될라더니 되니 잔라양 판바게 침범종지 랑라양 니바 몸종 파연 침보요래 옛날에 무슬거 지 다른 거 탐크에다 시럽랍더니 되니 다 바로로라 지금 판밤종의 타압 종고 군주지래 되나 양무라는 소소양 베나네 처럼보여라 베나 파마 어떤 법칙들이야 빼그 양보 최소나 그런 거 되니 다 시가다나 금쇼 된 가래가 타나양 초력선 로주 인카요래 다 때다버가 수산밥 종군이나 파로로라 총주시비 체도 샹가래 지나야 초래 대라니 봐야 요 말에
In general, extending forgiveness and tolerance to others is something that brings great benefit to them, and it also brings great benefit to ourselves. At the same time, however, one needs to really assess the situation with wisdom. So just as the relationship between parents and their children, if parents are too permissive or with their children, then in actual fact it may lead to dangers of their own children maybe becoming a little bit wayward. So with the motivation of the best interests of the other, it's fine for us to adopt appropriate measures. Kempo just said if everyone could do their best to ask their questions in a concise way, and he will answer them in a concise way, and that way more people will have an opportunity.
Yeah, thank you very much for your insightful teaching. So I study sociology, and interestingly, like depression is also regarded as one of the main themes of sociology. And in sociology, like many scholars on many empirical researches have been conducted in terms of depression, and we like usually regard it as social as well as individual, because, for example, the modern father of sociology, Durkheim, in his inside book, he argues that depression or suicide is actually a social phenomenon. So I wonder whether a combination of social and individual recipe is necessary to deal with depression, or not just in terms of individual cure. Yeah.
신나 시초를 박왕도 신이나 그 뭐다 랑숑캄 뭐다 출력발 뭐당 다리가 되니 담물라 소바가 그 저라몽 신소를 비갑나양 셰요레 때이나 그 뭐게르때양나 뭐게르 셈담들이오니 또 신속과 차시즈래 야 네츠는 가레도 짐츠나 담바이나 그케 마블랑이야 탐메바야 따바 기로레 데나 저런 거 다른 상로 집도 땅이나 아주 먹게르급 상로 교통대야 시속을 비차시 시속과 차시즈래 시속과 차시를 접하다 시속과 다리가 다 셈근나티 셈급 주나요 먼저 사요지 말했어
Kempo regards the individual mind or the collective individual minds as clearly a part of society. Sociology, investigating the relationship between the individual and its environment, religion or the environment or whatever, clearly sees the individual as in or formed by and in interaction with all of these things. So your suggestion, therefore, that a method of addressing depression would address things at both these levels, Kempo thinks is quite acceptable.
나랑 근데 뉴진 롭트라네 다리 대 추트탕 찍그 다리 신속을 받아만 이거 금제라고 가서 그냥 벌로종 신이 되는 가 신속을 받아서 인ser 척결해.
Kempo said a couple of days ago he attended a class at Oxford University. It was his first class, his only class, and it actually was a medical anthropology class. And so he said, yeah, well, so you could actually perhaps call me a bit of a medical anthropologist.